Hello, thank you for choosing to participate in the I-94 Ryder Cup. This is your player's guide. This is the voice of Jeff Kors, your tournament director. First off, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Toast and Pop-Ups, the Brannigans, Trevor Nightingale, Disc Golf Chicago, Doodlin Disc Golf Club, and the Disc Golf Podcast, Unstable Discourse. This tournament will take place on Sunday, November 13th at Hidden Lake Park in Maryville, Indiana. The park is located at 6355 Broadway in Maryville, and the easiest path from the freeway is to take I-65, exit west on 61st Avenue, and head south on Broadway until you hit the address on the east side of the road. Next, let's talk about the formats. For round 1, holes 1 through 9 will be best score doubles. All players throw the entire hole, and the best score from each double team would win the hole like match play, halved if it ties. The doubles team with the most hole points wins a match point that goes to their state in the overall score. If tied in hole points, a half point will go to each state. For round 1 holes 10 through 18, it'll be alternating shot and tee doubles. This is also match play, but you and your partner will alternate who shoots during the hole, but also who tees off at each hole. A good way to remember that is that player A will tee off on even holes and player B will tee off on odds. Once again, the best score from each team gets a hole point, and the most hole points gets a match point, halved if tied. For round 2, it's all straight up match play. For 18 holes, will be up against a player from another state. The player with the best score for each hole will get a hole point, halved if tied. The player with the most hole points wins their state a match point, once again, halved if tied. Match points from all 3 of those sections will be tallied, and the winning state will hoist the cup. Now let's go over the day. Tournament headquarters will be set up at Shelter 4 in the park, located in the southeast corner. Follow the one-way main road until you see me. Should have some banners and stuff, and you should see kind of my little setup. Sign up starts at 7:45. There's a players meeting at 8:45, and we'll tee off the first round at 9. We might try and make the lunch a little shorter, based on the barbecue being at the end, but we'll probably take a vote to see if we want to do it in the middle or the end. Now for the course guide. For hole 1, you'll head on over east of the shelter to the road, and the tee is there. OB there is on or over the lot and over the fence. Hole 2, OB will be over the fence to the left. Hole 3, OB will be over the fence, on or over the road, and if completely surrounded by water. Hole 4, OB is on or over the road or completely surrounded by water. Hole 5 is on or over the road or completely surrounded by water. After hole 5, you'll head west across the road and go to either side of the tree line to get to hole 6, which is the usual hole 9 on the 24-hole layout. For hole 6, the OB is on or over the road / lot and over the fence. You'll head back across the street for hole 7, on or over the lot or completely surrounded by water. For hole 8, OB is on or over the lot and road or completely surrounded by water. After hole 8, you'll head northeast and walk between baseball fields 1 and 2, and head left once you've hit home run territory. Hole 9 is at the utility pole. OB for hole 9 is past the fence to the left of the pen. Be careful, there is some barbed wire on that fence. Hole 10, OB is completely surrounded by water. Hole 11 OB is also completely surrounded by water. After hole 11, you'll skip the little hole in the woods and proceed to 12, which is 16 in a 24-hole layout. Hole 12, OB is completely surrounded by water or over the fence. OB for hole 13, on the house or the shed. Hole 14, OB is on or over the road or completely surrounded by water. As you walk to 15's tee by the barn, please use a wide route on the road to avoid being hit by discs from hole 16. OB on 15 is completely surrounded by water. We are skipping the 2 holes by the picnic area due to construction on the pedestrian bridge. Please be careful, and then we'll head over to the next tee, which will put the shot back across the water. For hole 16, OB is on or over the road or completely surrounded by water. Please be cautious of throwing when players might be moving from over to 15's tee. From the basket, you'll follow the road to the south until it opens up to the parking lot and playground. 17's tee is on the northwest side of the playground. OB for hole 17 is completely surrounded by water. OB for hole 18 is on or over the road at the end. A few extra tips at the end here. We're trying to be a little eco-friendly, so our 2 considerations. 1, the player's guide will not be printed. There will be a QR code on site with a link to the sheet and this video. Number 2, we will not have plastic water bottles available. We will have a large 10-gallon jug filled for you to use a reusable bottle. As for the course, if you haven't played before here, it's a park-style course with many open holes. The holes on the northern end have some tree obstacles, but the main challenge is the wind and the water. The wind will often be at moderate speeds and swirl off the lake, so it's definitely something to consider when picking out your disc stability. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an enjoyable day out on the course, and hopefully the best state wins. Indiana. Any other questions? Feel free to call or text Jeff, that's me, at 219-689-7856. Thank you.